Hey, beautiful souls. What's up? What's cracking? How y'all feeling? What's the vibes? What y'all on? All of that good stuff. All that good stuff. I am excited to get into today's message. It's been a minute since I have shown my face on my platforms, really talking about anything spiritual. I have been anchoring in a new way of being, and I know what's in store for me, and it's only right that I get my people right. You know what I'm saying? It's only right that we have a conversation about what's been going on. So here we are. Today we are going to talk about identity. I don't know if y'all been seeing it online. There's been some talk about like this Apple ID shit and all this other stuff. I know that we got like passports and driver's license and IDs and all those type of things, but we're going to be talking about that real divine ID today. We're going to be talking about the ID that is inherited, okay? Beyond the name you were given. We're talking about that life force, okay? We're talking about the thing that stays still. We're talking about awareness, mindfulness, all those things. So if you're sitting here and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Maybe that's where you need to start. That's where I started. So that's what I'm going to recommend, okay? And these are things that I still practice to this day because I feel like it just keeps me grounded for me to be able to hold the capacity of what we truly are. We do embody the cosmos. We do embody that healing energy and gifted energy and what you may call magic and all of those beautiful things. And that is how I personally like to express myself. So that's what the fuck I'm going to do. I feel like, okay, before I get into all of that, I want to address the people that may be a little confused. Like I was saying, maybe looking into meditation, looking into awareness, looking into mindfulness would be a good start. Looking into chakras and really just studying anything because, again, everything is everything. The I am is everything down to a small little atom. So wherever you are looking, that is God. And know that you are God. So you're not off track. You haven't been doing anything wrong. Let's just take a second to do a deep breath. That one was a little shaky. Let's get another one. And then one more for the legacy. Let's get a little movement in there. One more for the legacy. One more for the kids. One more for the this shit don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Cha. Okay, that was nice. Yes. I lost my train of thought. That was so beautiful. Okay, let's get back focused. Yes, being mindful and all of those things. You are in the right spot, okay? You are not off track. You are not off balance. You are where you're supposed to be. If you're seeing this video now, then maybe you can look into these things that I'm talking about and see how it resonates within your being, and you let me know. Get back to me, okay? But if you're just now starting this, start with the mindfulness, start with meditations, become aware. It's going to be fun, okay? Just enjoy your journey. If you're already here where you already know I am. If you already know all of that, cool. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, we're going to be talking about our spiritual ID because I feel like on my journey, I have gotten to many different things. I've been in many spiritual groups. I've had different mentors. I've had some of the best experiences and moments and meditations and meetups and I realized, like, in studying some of the more stoic mentors, I felt like I had this longing to, like, be a monk, or, like, I felt like there was a certain way of being that came with the end of my life or of life. And I realized this is the end. We're not going anywhere. You might as well have a good fucking time. And it's like, okay, how do I have a good time? And I'm like, that sounds like I seen I in my head and I seen a hyphen. And I'm like, oh, this is my identity. This is how I identify. This is how I call in things. This is who I know myself to be. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's eat that up. Let's eat that up. So we're going to get into that a little bit more. Once you have lived enough life, there's not really many labels you can kind of put on yourself, okay? You have like principles and morals and things like that, but you understand the vastness, the spectrum of your being, okay? And that's what I want to talk about, because there are certain things that I identify as, like, I am a poet, I am this, and I am that, and these are the forms of expression that I embody. And if I want something, I want to go to Thailand, or I want to be under a waterfall. It's kind of like calling these things in. It's like having a number, like how you have a barcode for something, and like the barcode always start with like an I or a 1. It's like that. So like your dream, your identity, the thing that you're calling in, it starts with the I want, I need, I desire, whatever, because it starts with you. It all starts with you, okay? So you're pulling from within. What is it? You're summoning yourself to yourself, okay? You're calling in yourself. So don't be afraid of the word summoning, okay? Because I was a little bit. I was a little spook boo. And we're going to talk about that too. I was a little spook boo because I was afraid of my power, because deep down inside I knew something's a little woo-woo around here. And it's only woo-woo because we tried to make it like it wasn't special. Like our life is not beautiful. It is. Look at nature. Like, come on. But it is cruel at the same time. And we have to have the capacity to hold both of those things. And again, go back to that I am. So holding your identity and also holding your awareness. Okay? Which, if we doing rock, paper, scissors, it beats that. Okay? So awareness. Start there. Okay? Become aware of yourself. Know thyself. Okay? Because before I got to this point, there was a lot of studying. There was a lot of being. There was a lot of doing. There was a lot of experiencing before I could get to a point where it's like, okay, let these things go. And I know now that I can still pull from those tools. So I'm not saying to completely neglect interacting with your 3D. It is your 3D. I don't want to say not to interact with your 3D, because the 3D is still you. It is still holy. It is still divine. Now, your perspective of that, that's for you to hold, okay? But that's my perspective, okay? This is my expression, and I'm claiming it. I'm owning my identity. I'm owning my perspectives. I'm taking responsibility for my healing, my growth, my experience of life itself, and all of those things, you know? So, like I was saying earlier, I'm looking at my notes here. Like I was saying earlier, I want you to think of the I as your initial signal, okay? This is the first digit of like your spiritual zip code of where you want to go, okay? And the moment that you add on to it, you transport there. It's like dropping a pin on the map and you go there, okay? And the map is you. So you're really just exploring yourself, as if like your body was laid out and it was a big old map, and you said, like I said earlier, you want to go to Thailand, and it's like, ooh, you just zoop there, okay? That's what you're doing with yourself. You're just experiencing yourself in different parts of yourself. It's not about something being higher, better, da-da-da-da. It only gets like that when it goes to like your preference of experience. But once you master any experience, it doesn't matter. You can secrete medicine from it, poetry from it, whatever you need. You can alchemize it, okay? The Alchemist. Read that book if you haven't read it, okay? Tap into that. So yes, it's basically like a fax machine, a GPS. Life is a game. It is calling it in. And when you just don't take it so personal, it becomes fun. Granted, we experience feelings and things here. So I'm not saying like I don't be fucking crying my lashes off, wipe my eyebrows off, and have my days. Trust me, I do. That's why I was not on here for a while because I had to tend to myself. It was about me. But I can always come back to this spot, and this is why I have tremendous trust and love with myself, because I know myself, and I know that no matter what I go through, I will get through that shit. I don't care if I was even tormented in past lives and all that. I went through those type of things, and I realized that even death is freedom. So there's nothing to be afraid of, because it is temporary. The things you are experiencing, the things you're feeling, the things you're going through in your external world is temporary. And there is something that is still, that lies within you, and that is guiding you, and that is beautiful. To me, it is beautiful, it is divine, and it wants the best. And I fuck with that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep listening to my intuition. I'm gonna keep being the fairy girl that I am, and I'm gonna live my life the way I want to. And that's what this whole video is about. I want you to live your life the way you want to. You are God embodied. Express it the way you was bound to. You want to. I'm not saying go around hurting people and stuff like that. Watch it. Watch it. But other than that, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. For real. If you feel like you cannot enjoy your life because you feel like people are attacking you and all of this stuff, it's just you, baby. It's just you. It's just you. Even if they sending it, it's just you. They can't fuck with you. They cannot mess with you if you don't allow that. Move like that. Know who you are, bro. Know who you are. That is the key. That is the key. Like, for real. I used to, for a long time, I didn't claim my identity. I was formless. I was a shapeshifter, and I still am in certain ways, but that in itself is an identity. You get what I'm saying? But again, knowing yourself. But anyway, I didn't really claim my identity. Okay, I was operating from a lot of pride, a lot of ego, a lot of things, and I was sharing myself in intimate ways, whether it was in conversation, whether it was my body, whether it was my art, and all of these different things in places where I knew that it would not be honored in the way that I seen it. It would not be respected in the way that I seen it. And I was doing myself a disservice. Even down to the people I was studying from. After a while, I had to understand that I don't have to put anybody on a pedestal. They are me. The thing that I adore and admire in them, I see in myself, and I hold it within myself. I have the capacity for that. So this is just my way of being God. You know, this is my way of being God, and I'm expressive, I'm emotional, I'm intuitive, I'm dramatic, I'm poetic, and I'm sensual, I'm powerful, and I'm lovely, and I'm cuckoo sometimes, and I'm fun, but I'm pure, and I'm honest, and I'm genuine. And that's just what it is, y'all. That's just really what it is. And I want to talk deeper about this spiritual warfare. You know, it really is you and what you allow. And it goes deeper into like my dreams and stuff. And maybe I'll make a video about dreams and dream interpretation soon, because I love talking about dreams. But yeah, so what was I saying? Sorry, I'm channeling at the same time. Yes, nobody is taking your power unless you hand it to them. Okay? Nobody is draining you unless you turn on that faucet. And your identity is not something you need to protect from others. It's you. They can't have it. How about that? How about that? How about you own it so much? How about it's yours so much that they cannot have it? Guess what? Sorry, y'all. That was my sister. Okay? But yes. Nobody can take your identity. It is for you to hold. It is your sacred little piece of the pie, your little piece of the puzzle. It is for you to hold. You, your blessings, your legacy, and all of those things are rightfully yours. They are inherited, baby. You do not even have to work for them. How about that? How about you was just born into it and you have been under the illusion that you don't have it, that you don't have who you are. that you don't have you, that somebody took you, that you took you. Wow. They got us, we got ourselves believing that we can be taken from. Can't nobody take nothing from you. Can't nobody beef with you. Can't nobody come and fuck with you in your dreams. They don't have power. They don't have access. If there's something messing with you in your dreams, that is your subconscious telling you about you and your environment, how you perceive things. And I'm telling you from a dream expert, baby. I will make videos on that later. But when you can hold a different perspective of things, you can see it differently. And then you can maneuver it as a guide, okay? And as a guide, you create. And you got to know how things work. That's why you know thyself. You know that, okay, what's a good example? The snakes are going to eat the mice. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to put the snakes by the mice because they're going to eat all the freaking mice. You have to know how to position things and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have certain people in your life, or you're doing certain things that don't satisfy you in a sense, you don't have to keep interacting with those things. It is great and beautiful, and I highly recommend knowing how to alchemize the energy and knowing how to stay in your sovereignty and your solitude within different spaces and experiences, because sometimes you can't control everything on your external. But understanding the things that you can control and moving those things to your advantage, you're going to have a more pleasurable life. And I'm telling you from experience. I don't have a lot of experiences that people have because I don't look at my life that way. I don't move in that way. We just live in two different worlds. We could literally be sitting right next to each other and experience completely different things from the same person. And I've even seen that sometimes when I try to adapt the mentality that somebody else has of something, I start getting their experience when my experience was beautiful before. So, identity. Knowing who you are despite what the hell's going on outside of you. I am still worthy. I am beautiful. I am abundant. I am deserving. I am desire. You are all of these. Okay, my phone was about to die. You are all of these things. Hold on, let me put y'all on charger. Okay. You are all of these things, right? So, it's you versus what you allow, okay? And you'll see that in your dreams if you are not dealing with it in a waking life. That's why I recommend meditation, awareness, mindfulness, and things like that. Because sometimes they help with the subconscious settling down at night, and then you get to have more fun in your dreams instead of getting chased by a fucking army and shit. Like, you could be doing something else, right? Cool. So, before we wrap this up, y'all. Okay. Last thing. This week, I'm going to challenge you to get to know yourself a little bit better. You know, maybe take yourself on a date. Really ask yourself some deep questions. Maybe even look up deep questions to ask yourself. That's love in itself. That's not you not knowing yourself. You're trying to get to know yourself. And you would give somebody a chance if they were trying to get to know you like how you trying to get to know yourself. So give yourself a chance, okay? Give yourself some grace. And take it freaking easy. Take it easy, friend. Okay? Your identity is chosen. Okay? Every day. Every minute, if you will, you get to choose how you want to experience your life, who you want to be. Okay? Change is the only thing that's constant. So you change if that's what you want to do. You hold that frequency of who the hell you know yourself to be. Don't allow them other reflections of you that remind you of who you used to be that again if that's not where you resonate. You can hold capacity and know that that's how you were and that's how people are and I am. But that's not my I. That's not my identity. And that's not what I'm bringing forward. So, own your experience, own your expression, own yourself, own your legacy, if you will, own your dreams. Guard that shit. Like, this is my shit. Because it can be confusing. You can get lost in your own thoughts. That's how beautiful and how magnetic and how hypnotic you are. You get lost in your own game every damn day. You get lost in it. You forget and you tweak out and you have an emotion and you feel that feel because you're that magnetic. You're that hypnotic. You're that desirable. All these people on a quest to know you. It's never ending. You're never ending. You are the thing that keeps this thing going. Okay? You have that inner God within you. So, I love you all. If you have any spiritual questions, general questions, feel free to message me. If you would like to book a session with me, a sacred session, a consultation, or anything like that, my link is in my bio, the description box, or wherever else. And I'm sending you guys so much love in this time. And I'm sending you deep remembrance of who you truly are. Till next time, peace.